What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Muscle Memory. My name is Malcolm, and today we have one of the only UK YouTubers that doesn't make top 10 lists or break news. It's Deonte DDJ. What's up, bro?
Hello. Thank you for having me. It is the one and only. I'm here.
How are you doing, man? How's the UK?
Yeah, it's great. Sunny at the moment for once. We're actually getting nice weather, so I'm just enjoying that. But yeah, can't complain.
That's what's up, man. I mean, like, you have such a great YouTube channel. You have like 19K right now, about to hit 20K soon. It's actually really surprising. I've been watching some of your content this morning, just like looking up stuff about you. And I'm like, why does this dude only have like 19K? Like, where's the 50? Where's the 100? Like, bro, you're killing it.
I know.
Like, what's your, like, the status of like your YouTube channel currently?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I do kind of agree with what you're saying. I do think I kind of deserve more because I do back my content, but also that might come across as a bit egomaniacal. So I'll save it. I'll say I'm at the point where I need to be in my career right now. I'm working on it. But yeah, no, I think it's only a matter of time before people stop sleeping on me and being morons and realize that I am one of the best Vibe members.
Oh, for sure. And yeah, man, you're a part of Vibe as well. I see you and Dalton always have like a nice little wholesome rivalry going on Twitter and whatnot. So like, where did this all like stem from?
I mean, wholesome isn't the word I would use. I'd say he started it, but he loves to play the victim. He's like, oh no, I'm here with my son Kai. We're at a wrestling show. I'm the victim here. No, I'm the victim. I am the victim, okay? And one day I will expose the truth behind what started this whole thing. But what was the question again? I was like, where did this all like start from, and like why do you guys have like this little okay, so basically we have this thing where it started on Twitter with this Halloween clip where I was like, oh, it's Halloween, woo! And he tweeted out and he was bullying me over it, quite frankly, and ever since that day I've vowed to destroy him.
Wow. I mean, hopefully you guys can like meet up one day, maybe squash it or just fight. I mean, it can be hands on sight. That's all right.
Hey, I'm calling him out right now. If he wants to wrestle, let's do it. Let's go.
You're in UK right now, so YouTube boxing's like a big thing. Maybe y'all could throw down right there.
Oh yeah, I'd be down for that. I could be on the undercard of that KSI fight in August.
Yeah, for sure. Him and Alex Wasabi. But dude, like, who are some of your favorite YouTubers right now? I know there's so many like different, like really big wrestling YouTubers over there in the UK. So who are some of your favorites?
Well, really, I don't actually watch too many wrestling YouTubers. Like, I mainly watch other content for inspiration. Like, Sidemen are a big inspiration, obviously. But in terms of wrestling YouTube, Cultaholic, obviously fantastic. Your stuff is great. Not just saying that because you're there. Vibe, obviously. Chris, like, I don't even want to name all the people because there's so many people. I will forget someone. Outside of that, Chris Smooth, obviously a legend. FaZe Jev. Call Me Kevin. There's a ton of them. I always take inspiration from different spots, but there's just a few.
No, for sure. I have a question because, like, I don't talk to that many people in the UK. Do you guys actually watch NXTUK, or is that kind of just something that's?
I do.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
Who's your favorite right now, then?
What, in NXTUK?
Yeah.
Trent and Tyler.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, they did just break up. To be fair, Trent. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. I hate to see it, but. Trent and Tyler, I will ride or die for them all day long. They are the best. One of the best tag teams of all time. Good to see that they broke up, but I do genuinely watch it despite like my tweets saying, oh, people need to give NXT UK more of a chance. They do. It's great. It's one of the best wrestling shows every week. And I'm tired of this whole, NXT UK, like it's not good. You watch NXT UK? No, it's great. Give it a chance, people. But anyway.
No, for sure. Like, I used to watch it a lot and then kind of just got busy with everything. And it comes on a weird time in America. But I know you guys got to watch Raw and SmackDown like 2 a.m. and stuff. So, like, how's it? What's the sleep schedule like? Guys, stay up super late for everything?
Well, for context, last night was AEW Forbidden Door, right? And I went to sleep at maybe 5 a.m. I woke up at like 4 p.m. So, But also, the context there is that I was working all weekend, so I was exhausted. So I was like, free kind of day on Monday, let me just sleep all day. And then I was like, let me wake up for this muscle memory and let's get it. Yeah,
man, of course. And like, what's like your story of getting into wrestling? Like, when's the first time you ever started watching it? Who's your favorites, etc., like that?
So, kind of a fun story about that, actually. Around like 2007, and the only reason I remember the date is because my cousin at the time was really into wrestling. I went over to his house once to play SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, and I actually really thought wrestling was weird at the time. Like, I didn't really get it. I was like, this is kind of corny. What are we doing? But I was a really big gamer and still kind of am. But I was like, oh yeah, I'll play SBR 2007. That's great. Like I enjoy that, but I don't want to watch the actual thing. And so I kind of just played the games for a little bit, and I never really watched the product until like 2010, when I saw this clip of John Cena roasting Vicky Guerrero with Dolph Ziggler. And I was like, oh, this is kind of funny. And then I started watching it, and I watched Undertaker versus Kane in Hell in a Cell that year in 2010. And I was like, oh, I think I kind of like this. And then I persuaded my mum to order the Royal Rumble 2011, which is the one Del Rio won. Pretty terrible Rumble for the first Rumble, but either way, it was a whole spectacle. I really started getting into it there. That was around the time of the CM Punk stuff as well, getting going. Randy Orton was cool. Cena, Edge, obviously my favorite. And so yeah, pretty much the rest is history. I've been watching ever since.
For sure. And like I guess like that first WrestleMania that you're first seeing is like 27, I believe. And that's something that people don't really like that much. Were you a fan of that one?
I was. I think it's kind of slept on a little bit, but that's also because it was my first WrestleMania, and I was like, my mum let me stay up live to watch. I think she let me watch 2 matches, whatever the first 2 or 3 matches were, because obviously it was 1 a.m. in the UK, and I was like 11. So whatever the first 3 matches, there was Edge versus Del Rio, which obviously I was very jazzed about. And then I think Cody versus Mysterio was on that card early on. And so, yeah, I enjoyed it, man. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. I think WrestleMania 34 was way worse, but hey.
Yo, I bought tickets for WrestleMania 34. I sat there. That main event it sucked so bad. Bro, like they were throwing around a beach ball the entire time. We were just passing that around instead of actually watching the main event. Like it was not it. But that's wrestling for you. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but it is what it is. Like, do you go to wrestling shows? Like, is there like an independent scene like around where you are right now?
I need to go to more shows. I'm kind of at this weird point right now where I'm really busy, so I haven't had the chance to go to as many shows as I wanted to. Like I went to a few WWE shows when I was younger, obviously. But in terms of independent shows, I do need to get back into that scene more, because there is a lot going on in the UK right now, and it has been a building thing over the last couple of years. So I do need to get back into the scene, but at the moment, not really, unfortunately. Although I do kind of want to travel and go to some of these American shows, like DPW. I know you're a big part of that. Yeah. So I do want to go to one of them eventually.
Yeah, no, you definitely should. They would have you easily come out and just like enjoy the show. Like I think like Jordan Oliver is going to be at the next show. It's going to be pretty intense. So it's going to be a good one. But I know there's a new promotion coming out to the UK. It's a wrestling entertainment series. Have you heard about that?
No, what's that?
Yeah, so actually the Author of Pain, they run the entire thing. Like Aiken and Razor is their promotion. I think the next show is July 9th, I believe. It's like the main event was Braun Strowman versus like Alistair Overeem from the UFC, but now it's like Moose versus Alistair Overeem, which is like kind of weird, but like they're about to do a thing out in the UK, so you might want to check that one out. It seems like a good show. I mean, it got a lot of former like WWE people up there. It's like, I think Nia Jax was supposed to wrestle there, but then like stuff happened with like travel or something. But it's definitely something to check out. I heard a lot of people in the UK talk about it, so definitely might want to check that out. Because like if you reach out to them, they might just have you come out there for free because you're famous.
I'm big time, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, no, you're famous. You're like Nico.
I'm Alana.
Yeah, y'all like the same.
I should do a video sneaking into wrestling entertainment. That would be a banger. Okay,
there you go.
Maybe we just thought something like that. Yeah. Like I was going to say, when it comes to going to more wrestling shows, by the way, it's also another thing of like, I see AM, doing tope suicides and stuff. I saw Dalton and Brandon doing the training, and I'm kind of like, do I want to go to the wrestling shows as a fan, or do I want to go as a wrestler? And that's kind of the thing I've, bit of a breaking news thing, but that's kind of my hang up right now. Or also, I do photography as well, like at university. So do I want to go as a wrestling photographer? It's just, I'm very conflicted right now. I don't know what I want to do in life. There's too many things.
Bro, I say you should at least trying wrestling. Everyone should get in there at least once and take some bumps just so it's like, all right, either you'll love it the first bump or you're like, screw this, I'd rather take pictures. One or the other, because like, I used to train a little bit. I took all the bumps and like, it hurts like hell. So it's definitely worth giving this a shot. Definitely worth it. But I want to get into like the start of like your YouTube channel, because like you have like again like this great channel that a lot of people need to watch. We'll link everything down below. What was like the start of that channel? Like why did you want to start on YouTube?
Okay, so this is a hell of a story, honestly. There's so many details and I will forget things, but it's okay. We'll save it for the documentary someday. But yeah, basically way back in 2010, I was making these Lego stop motion videos. I'm not too sure if you're familiar with them, but you'd essentially have a little Lego minifigure. You put it down, take a picture of it, move it a little bit, take a picture, and put them all together. Yeah. And then it'd be like a thing. And, you know, you'd voice over, and I'd make my own little Lego Star Wars stories and Indiana Jones. And that was the original thing for my YouTube channel. It'd take me almost as long as I do on these videos these days. Like, it would take me a long time to make them. And then eventually I started making stick figure animation videos. And then I got into my gaming era where I was kind of like making Call of Duty videos because of Chris Smooth, NBA 2K. I just wanted to be Chris Smooth so badly, still kind of do. But yeah, no, I was making COD videos, and then we moved on to my FIFA era where, you know, that was kind of where I first got a little bit of notoriety because my videos were just, they were cringe, but for some reason people really liked them. But even going back before that, the main reason I even wanted to start a YouTube channel, you know iCarly, right?
Yeah, like, of course.
Yeah. So I saw her with her own web show, and I was like, I want my own web show. And then, you know, I made that. And yeah, no, that I even had a channel at one point called Deonte, which was just a blatant ripoff of iCarly. And yeah, it was very cringe. But I feel like I've come a long way, you know, doing the FIFA stuff. And then FIFA got really bad, and I was like, I can't do this in this community anymore. So I decided to just give up my entire like fan base and start again. Lost myself for a while because I was like, I want to still do YouTube, but I don't really know what I want to do. I tried Fortnite; it wasn't really a thing, it wasn't really a vibe. And then eventually I found wrestling, like making wrestling videos. I was like, okay, I've kind of done this a bit in the past, but it was never something I fully focused on. Let me try and focus on it and see where I can take it. And I was like, rather egomaniacally, but I was like, you know, the UK wrestling scene as far as WWE 2K goes, there's not that many people here. I feel like I could be one of the standouts. And I was like, let me try and do my thing. And then, yeah, now I'm on my way.
Yeah, no, it seems to be working for you, man. And like, what does Deonte DDJ do outside of just YouTube? Like, I know you say you're in photography school. So like, what kind of stuff are you into outside of just wrestling?
Okay, so outside of wrestling, currently I just finished my second year in university for studying photography. I'm doing acting at the moment, trying to become Miles Morales in the Marvel universe because that's the dream. Also, what else do I do? Go to the gym, you know, trying to be a muscle man myself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what else do I do? I love TV. I feel like I'm on a dating show right now. But yeah, what else do I do? God, I do a lot, but my memory's also really bad. You know, TVs, movies, just the YouTube grind is the main thing at the moment, honestly. Like, that's what I'm trying to build. And then we'll do the rest of the stuff around it. But best photographer, best actor, best YouTuber. That's the
yeah, we can tell. What's the obsession with Jamie Hayter all about?
Speechless. She's phenomenal. Okay. She's one of the greatest exports this country has ever seen. She's fantastic. And that's all I'll say about that.
We can tell by those tweets. Who else are you a big fan of outside of, for obvious reasons?
What do you mean? Like which
guy or girl? Doesn't have to be for your Twitter needs, just in general.
You ever heard of Liv Morgan?
No, never. Who'd she ever beat?
Oh wow! Well, this Saturday on pay-per-view, she'll be becoming Miss Money in the Bank. So
no, there's a lot of cap in that rap. I'm going with Shotzi.
Shotzi. She hasn't been on TV for like 6 years,
and that's why she's gonna win it
again.
No. That's why she's gonna win it. It's a shock one because you know Brock wasn't in the match. He won it, so anyone can win it. Shotzi got it.
Think Shotzi Lesnar is what you're saying?
Yes, I see no different at all. Same person.
All right. We'll see when Liv knocks her off the ladder through like a ladder bridge this Saturday. I'm gonna send you the clip. We'll see.
Sure. We'll see how that works out. It's all good. What's your story about joining Vibe? I mean, obviously you're like in this great group of people. I mean, I'm part of it, kind of, sort of. I'm literally just here. There's Brandon, obviously, Dalt, AM, X3, etc. What's your story joining Vibe?
Well, it's funny you should say that. We're basically on like the outside universe of Vibe. Like there's the main three, and then there's like the rest of the members where, there's like X3, there's Shambu, there's the forgotten ones basically at this point. But yeah, no. Oh, by the way, kind of a side note before we get into the whole vibe story. Do you ever like? Does it ever drive you insane when people just completely forget you're in the group and they're just like, "You're in Vibe?"
Sometimes people like, "Yo, have you ever watched Vibe?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have once or twice." They're like, "Do you know the guys?" I'm like, "Uh-huh." Son of a.
I am one. Hello.
Yeah, like I am.
But yeah. So as far as the Vibe story goes, it was 2019. When those guys kind of first started interacting with my videos, and it was really weird at the time because it would on YouTube Studio you'd get like a special notification when some like huge channel would comment. And one time I saw Brandon Does Everything, and I was like, why? What? Like, this is weird. Like, I've watched this guy for a while. Why is he commenting on my videos? And I remember Phoenix followed me on Twitter, and AM commented on a video, and I was like, what is going on? Why are all these guys watching my content? Like, it's okay. Anyway, and so yeah, they were doing like this thing at the time. I don't know. I don't imagine they mind me saying this, but they told me kind of like they kind of scout channels under 10K and like just to see who's coming up and everything, like give them a chance. And I was one of like the first channels that they saw, and I was like really grateful for that. And then we kind of had like these interactions over the next couple of months, and then eventually at the start of 2020, just before the pandemic hit, they were like, "Oh yeah, would you like to join Vibe? Like, you know, we'll get you in here." And I was like, "Yeah, I think that'd be a really cool opportunity." And originally, I guess I kind of had this vision in mind where I was gonna go out there and collab with them. Obviously, pandemic had different plans, but eventually, I do hope we can actually do the Vibe thing on a larger scale instead of just being like a, you know, on a list. Basically, would be cool because I feel like all of our different styles and different like personalities, it would mesh really well. Like we could easily be better than the side them. And that's just,
that's a bold claim. That's a bold claim. I like that for sure. It's definitely possible. Definitely possible. Dude, like you're really good at 2K, bro. Like honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch 2K at all. Not watch, but I don't play it at all. I'm not a video game guy. If I was watching some of your stuff, I'm like, I understand the appeal of this. I see why people like mess with this stuff so much. Why did you decide to do that kind of content compared to like what the UK wrestling YouTuber does of talk about news, make the top 10 lists?
I guess really the short answer is I find that stuff kind of boring to do myself. Like I like wrestling, but not to a point where I want to talk about it on my YouTube channel all the time, like the actual stuff. Like the games are really, like I said with the story earlier, like when it comes to SBR 2007, that's really what first caught my eye. It wasn't like the actual wrestling, it was the games. And so I was kind of following through on that. Also, it is a thing of, as far as 2K goes, like in the wrestling or in the UK scene, there wasn't really many people who were like their entire channel was the personality. It was more just about the wrestling. And I thought there's kind of a gap in the market here where I could fill it. And I feel like I back myself. Like I have some confidence issues sometimes, but I feel like I back myself a little bit to be that guy and like hold the flag for the UK. And I feel like I could be that guy, even if sometimes I do roast 2K because the game needs fixing in some areas. But hey, I'm just trying to make this better. Is the point.
Oh yeah, of course, bro. And like, what are your goals as a YouTuber? Like, is it to like get attention from the WWE to actually be brought in for something like that? Or like, what's like the goal for you? Like, do you want the attention from like these wrestlers, or like, what is it that you want out of YouTube?
I guess,
besides like Liv Morgan's number, like don't start there.
No, we are gonna get married. That is a thing. We've spoken to her.
Okay.
Yeah. I've spoken to her about that. So I don't know. I really just want to change the game. As corny as it sounds, I want to change the game because I feel like for a long time this community has been like the WWE games community has been on like this level, but we can take it so much higher, and I want to be part of that, facilitating that change, because I feel like we could easily stand on against other parts of the gaming community or other communities on YouTube. I just feel like we've got all the tools. We just need to build up and take it to the next step, because we're all creative enough. We're all built for that kind of thing. And so really, I want to take over. I want to change the game. And as far as WWE goes, I'd rather work for AEW, to be honest. But, you know, WWE is in a bit of a weird spot right now in terms of their backstage ownership. So,
Yep. It's a fun time to work on their payroll. But Deonte, my last question for you is, who's your least favorite member of Vibe?
Felix Nitro. He's the worst. He sucks. I hate him.
Yeah, he said the same thing about you when I asked him the same question. So I was like, it's only fair. I got to ask him back. But dude, you have such a great YouTube channel. You're doing such amazing things over there. Where can they find you all over social media?
Okay, so pretty much everyone's social media, it's either at DeonteDDJ or at real DeonteDDJ on TikTok. And yeah, I keep that branding consistent.
I like it. I like it. Guys, this is Deonte DDJ. We'll link all his stuff in the description down below. Guys, this is Muscle Memory with Deonte DDJ. My name is Malcolm, and make sure to see and make sure to subscribe.
We going up like 1,000. I'ma flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. We going up like 1,000. I'ma flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. When it just like 1, 2, 3. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze.